Hello and welcome back! It's been a long time. We are finally back with some NLC Division 3. Casting for Visu, I'm once again joined by Echidna, and as always, I'm Carvis, finally back from my long-ass vacation. And Echidna finally recovering from COVID. Both of us finally back!
Yeah, I didn't get as bad COVID as many others have gotten, but yeah, a little bit flu, nothing special. I didn't get to cast a couple of games, but we okay now. And with the English cast again, it's been a couple of weeks since I last casted in English. Yesterday or Sunday and Monday, I casted in Finnish for the both enhanced series, and those series, oh boy, they were something. Let's just say it that way.
Yeah, as we were talking about this off camera, but Enhance is just... I didn't know what those guys eat for breakfast. It feels like they are recovering from the spices during the first game, and then they feel refreshed for the second one and just absolutely destroy people. Sadly, we aren't here to talk about Enhance. We are casting Ice today, Visu Ice, and let's just say they're not doing too hot. They are definitely ice cold in the standings. And this is a must-win situation for them, and they are facing Invulnerable Lotus.
Yeah, they are living up to their name right now. Yeah, with the ice cold. I wouldn't say streak. They won against Flung Veterans. That series went 1-1. But yeah, right now for this division, both Enhanced and Visu Ice need those wins desperately. Not only well. It's kind of hard to get in the playoffs, but if you want to just dodge the 3 to 4 division playoffs, you have to get those wins and knock someone else to the bottom of the division. But right now, Visualize needs those wins desperately, pretty much 1 and 5 right now in their respected division, and Enhanced 3 and 5, so they have one series up on Visualize. But Invulnerable Lotus, right now, they are second in division, if I remember correctly.
They are currently
AAB.
They've only lost one game, and that is to Viperio, which has 2 other Finnish players. I believe Zambza and... Who was the other one?
Massiivinen.
Massiivinen, there we go. They managed to take a game, so it is definitely doable, but it will be an uphill climb for Ice today. But they do have their full roster. They have been using some substitutes due to conflicting schedules and all that. It does happen, but now the full roster is together and everyone seems to be ready. I just need to... where did my spectator link go? There we go.
Yeah, we are going with the Dove draft, again, third-party program, and Invulnerable Lotus is going to be blue side and Visualize red side in this game. And again, B1 picks are something to look for. Still, red side, you get those R5, R3 counter picks if you want to get those. But right now, we are going to see Renata Clask. I saw 2 games yesterday. Renata Clask got picked B1, so champion is pretty high prior for some teams.
Yeah, as we've seen in these, we are in the middle divisions, but the bot lane is an incredible focus. Most of the teams have very talented bot laners, and as we can see, Draven, Karma, Renata, all of these are bot lane focused. We are missing a bad picture. There we go, there's the Seraphine. I think that's actually one of the most played characters for Loftician, who is the support for Lotus, and it is a flex between mid as well. No wait, sorry, Loftician is the mid laner. Yeah, so Marcusa and Loftician both play the Seraphine.
Yeah, and Draven is Learner's most played champion. He has almost 300 games with the champion right now in this season, so it's a respect ban. You don't want to play against that. And Diana is going to be the last ban for Visualize. Diana still bringing the havoc right now. I have seen the Diana build Nashor's Tooth going to Sunfire Aegis. It's super tanky, it's super annoying to deal with, and you get that Yasuo-Diana combo out of the way too, so that's a good ban from Visualize. And we are going to see Lucian first pick. I haven't seen this pick in a long time as B1.
Yeah, it's fairly uncommon to first pick it. Usually you take it on red side or the blue second and third, so you get a good support with him. But this does open up the flex potential. You can put this illusion into the mid lane, kind of making it... Oh, Callista! This is a hit or a miss! Callista is so polarizing as a pick, such a lane dominant champion, but gets hard countered so easily. Volibear, a good follow-up for the Callista if you want to play bot side focused, but this is a very, very polarizing AD carry pick. And now if the Lucian Nami comes out, this Callista lane might explode.
Yeah, and you got the Draven out, which is Callista's one of the worst lane matchups. And yeah, we're going to see Nami solution is locked in bot lane most likely, because I haven't seen any other pairs for Nami right now in this meta. And yeah, like you said, Volibear, you can play around your bot lane pretty hard with your ultimate once you get that. And maybe Trundle. It's one of the safer options in the jungle right now still, and
soft counter.
Yeah, I'm just thinking what Poral is going to play. He got to play his Bard one time. It's one of the bans we have seen a lot right now against Visu Ice, because Poral has played a lot of Bard.
Yeah.
I don't know about Kalista Bard, how that match ups well with Nami. Oh, okay.
Well, here we go again.
I just hate this champ. I swear to God.
We've both been gone for like 2 or 3 weeks, and literally nothing has changed. But yeah, now for phase 2 bans, we will probably see some focus in the top lane. Yep, there goes the Darius, the most played character for Xanthi. We could see another Jax ban, for example, if they want to get rid of the aggressive duelists. And Olaf gets taken out now with the rework. Fairly annoying to deal with, since Xanthi apparently likes to play these duelist type of champions. Olaf could give him some trouble, so that's an understandable ban. Talia gets taken out from Loftition.
Yeah, Talia actually super interesting ban, right? I think against Invulnerable Lotus, there's a lot of other mages that Loftition can be playing, and I just hoped you could have focused against Xanthi in the top lane. Yeah, he plays fighters a lot, but banning Talia out, yeah, it can bring some problems to Kalista, but we will see. And Ahri is the last ban. Yeah, about the Nautilus. Finnish teams, don't pick the Nautilus when I'm casting. Every Nautilus player loses the game when I'm casting the game, so just don't pick this champ. I'm cursing it a lot. And Orianna actually going to be picked in mid lane. Fairly traditional mage. It pops up sometimes, but we have seen other picks over Orianna right now in meta.
The thing about this Orianna is that it keeps the composition very open. There's no direction yet. It's a very all-around composition other than Volibear and the Callista. They want to play aggressive, but you don't really know how they're gonna play. But Victor gets locked in almost instantly, very good against Orianna. Can handshake, can play solid. And Gnar! There's a couple of counter picks that's still available for this Gnar. Camille, for example, would do really well against it. What else do we have? Wukong is there. Wukong would do really well.
Yeah, it's an option. Or maybe you can flex around and put Volibear in top lane and Wukong in jungle, but we will see. Wukong Gnar lane is fairly good for Wukong right now.
It is very good for Wukong.
Yeah, and sometimes good Gnar players just play around Wukong and know when the clone is going to be popped out. And Gnar right now, again, popped up in the meta. It's a safe blind pick again. A lot of people are picking it when you just don't know your matchups, and it goes well with most of the comps you're running. And yeah, Invulnerable Lotus, yeah, you got Lucian and Nami, so both teams are most likely going to play around their bot lane in early game. You have 2 scaling mages in mid lane. Yeah, that's a Resident Sleeper one. And in top lane, yeah, it can be volatile just because there's Wukong and Gnar playing against each other. Wukong might be looking some cheeky trades, and after level 6 looking for the Cyclone when Gnar is in mini form.
The Cyclone initiation from Wukong is just lethal for Gnar. You can't really hop away from it, since you can pretty much Cyclone it on reaction, and then Gnar is going absolutely nowhere. The Orianna Victor thing, you said that it's not too volatile, but if the laners want to push it, they definitely can. Both of these characters can't really dodge the other's abilities too consistently. Only Victor has any sort of mobility, since Orianna rarely runs over the distance during the trades themselves. So if, in case Volibear or Trundle decides to show up, it should be, as you said, a handshake, but there's definitely some volatility there regarding the junglers. But yeah, bot lane will be the action lane, as is tradition. I still like Lotus's draft a little bit more due to the actual power level of the champions that they picked. We've seen Kalista be a high priority pick in even the higher divisions of NLC, but I think she still has a negative win rate, like a 33% or something. Someone can confirm this for me, but...
Yeah, for Kalista, you're good Kalista or you're super bad with the champion. That's why I haven't seen a lot of Kalista being played in lower divisions. Honels is actually the only one who has played Kalista in my streams or in my cast, so that's why Honels, likes to pick the champion. He played it pretty well in his last game when I saw him. I haven't seen Visualize in a long time. But yeah, in the mid lane, there's the, like you said, the option. You can see the Volibear running up to you and flash to Victor and just try to get the kill, and same goes for Slice in this game. He can try to look for the pillar, and Eagle is in trouble. So both mid laners, there's no dashes, so you have to be somewhat safe so you don't get ganks off from the other side coming up, so Pillar and Volibear running at you, and it's super annoying just to play against. But in bot lane, there's the Nautilus. You can look for the cheeky hooks. If Marcus gets hooked, that may be a dead Nami, but still, this bot lane can explode one way or another.
Yeah, and... well, but by now we all know how Lucian Nami plays. They wait for the level 2, they try to get the early advantage in lane, and then they just blow someone up. It doesn't really matter even if it's a Nautilus. The only way he survives it is by triggering Aftershock before the burst comes out, and even that is super difficult to do. And even then, they might lose the DPS race with Kalista and Nautilus. They might be able to match it. Kalista may be one of the rare few who can match the damage output Lucian Nami can put out, but it's gonna be a hard one. Well, I think Virtuoso is probably the one with the most pressure on his shoulders to do well, since he did get the R5 counter pick onto the top lane, and he did get the really good matchup.
Yeah, and we'll see how Xanthi plays this out, so he can just try to play weak side as possible and try to keep his distance away from Virtuoso's Wukong in this game. And Bumba, he can, if bot lane goes well in early stages, Bumba can make the option to play around top lane or in around the mid lane. If Honels and Poral plays their lane super well, maybe they don't have to play around bot lane. Maybe Honels just smurfs around and gets the Kalista ahead, and after that it's going to be a problem for Invulnerable Lotus. But yeah, they have the scaling for in a Victor. They have a strong bot laner Lucian Nami combo. So both teams, I see for the drafts, I see both teams winning out and losing out. There's a lot of scenarios where one team just... I just hope this isn't a 25-minute game. I hope this is going to be a long.
I honestly think that this will be a 25-minute game because the teams are so explosive. How do you think that the junglers will path? Do they both go for the strong side bot lane and just leave Xanthi to fend for himself against the Wukong? Or do you think Slice will do a pivot up to the top lane?
Yeah, that's the question I'm asking from myself right now. There's a possibility that Slice is... yeah, you're okay in a bot lane. I'm just looking for Orianna in mid lane and for the Wukong in top lane. And last, actually, for the game time, last Invulnerable Lotus game was against Enhanced, which I guessed that, and it lasted over 1 hour.
Oh,
that wasn't a fresh one.
Oh,
that was a solo cast. That was a solo cast.
Solo cast 1 hour game sounds absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it was a banger. It was a, I think it was still my longest casted games ever, but it was a cluster as hell game. I was just looking. That was like there was 6 barons, 5 elders. I swear to God, it was back and forth game, and Invulnerable Lotus won that game actually against Enhanced. It was kind of heartbreaking for the Finnish team, but
Enhanced and heartbreak losses in the late game? No way!
yeah, not the first time
and not the second, nor the third, nor the fourth.
No. It was super heartbreaking in Telia League when I was part of Enhanced as a caster and streamer, and they lost against DevFox that super close game. But yeah, that's Enhanced for you. They have those close games, and sometimes things just don't go their way. Let's just say that way.
But yeah, we are going into the game. Welcome to game 1 of Invulnerable Lotus and Visu Eyes. Visu Eyes fighting for their lives so they don't go into the relegation bracket currently. Are they dead last? I think they might be dead last or tied for dead last in the division.
They are dead last.
And Invulnerable tied for first.
Not tied. They are 5-3, and AAB Esports is right now 7-1. So they are.
Then I'm missing some results. From my
AAB Esports is right now like they were the favorites to top the group. They got a lot of good players in their roster, and they lost against Enhanced. It was a big W, but we will see how. Yeah, like you said, Visualize right now. They are bottom last in their division. They need these wins. They need those 2-0s. No one wants today, please. I have casted 2 series on Sunday and Monday, and both there were 1-1, and it was super boring to watch those games, only because there were no winners. So let's just hope one team is going 2-0 today. And yeah, Poral actually took Glacial in this game just because their slices subjugate. If you proc that after second Trundle gets free stats there. You just try to play around that, but still, when you don't have that aftershock in bot lane, if you get hook, you might just die.
That's a
because
big...
now this is super, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but that was a big ward kill coming in for the Lucian Nami bot lane. They now have a slight XP advantage down there. Thankfully, Pearl and Honos will match it with that ward kill, so it won't be that dangerous anymore. Also, something interesting, Leonard and Marcusa opted not to go for an Ignite in this lane. They have Exhaust Heal against the double combat summoner.
Yeah, okay, there's a little bit trades, but nothing special because either of the duo laners are not level 2 yet, so that wave is going to give those ones to their respected champions. But yeah, no Ignite in bot lane. I'm actually surprised about that. I have seen Lucians run the Ignite just because you are the one going against the champions and relentless pursuing against them, and in mid lane, that does a lot of damage. Loftisian gets out, he wins that trade by a mile right now against Eagle.
Something interesting still while the laning phase, it will soon enough explode. Looking at the situation in the bot lane, the wave will eventually crash, and then there will probably be some sort of trades. But in case Lotus manages 2-0 today, they will be tied for first, if that's the situation. And they haven't played against AAB yet.
Yeah, it's going to be a banger one. Yeah, in the mid lane, Slice looking for gank.
Yep, that's an early flash coming out from Eagle. Chasing a little bit far, takes a tower shot, but Eagle just gets out with a small HP disadvantage. Virtuoso actually getting pushed in by the Gnar. Zanti doing really well in that lane.
I just think for the durability changes, Gnar has easier time against this matchup. Of course, Wukong gets durability too. Okay, repeat gank.
Yeah, that's another repeat gank. Gonna be a huge stun from Loftisian, but they're under the tower. Slice doesn't commit fully. Instead, gives the first blood to Eagle. Doesn't just. Indecisiveness costing them the first blood, and also loses the double buffs. And now there's a repeat gank coming in. Loftisian used his flash for the kill. And now the double buffs is under danger. Flash is under the Victor. That's gonna be a kill coming over. Pumba will get a refresh on the double buffs. Maybe even give it over to Eagle. Nope, takes it. And now Slice looking in distress on the sidelines as his mid laner gets taken down. Huge early game win for Visu.
Yeah, Slice didn't... He was taking the tower aggro and walked away and flashed to tower aggro again and took too much damage from the tower, and Eagle got the first blood. Of course, Victor gets the kill and he gets those stacks for his passive, but still you just give easy kill and first blood for Eagle, and after that Pumba has his time. He flashed on Loftus and you don't have flash anymore for the Victor, so you can't get away from this Volibear. And it's 2-1 trade off in the mid lane, and yeah, both jungles looking for the mid lane where I was talking about that's going to be a resilient sleeper one. But yeah, there's kinda immobile champions in the mid lane, so you can look there in the early stages, and now when both of the mid laners don't have the flashes, so you can look and again in bot lane. It's fairly even right now. Honels and Boral have to push, and in top lane, Virtuoso has came back a little bit. He has used his TP, so he is TP down against Xanthi right now.
Yeah, the TP disadvantage probably won't matter too much unless Lotus manages to somehow set up a dragon play, but with all the ward coverage that Ice has on the Riverside, probably won't happen too quickly. They could go for some sort of a gank on the level 6 timing, but Pumba is stalking around with a red buff spawning. And now, big hook in the bot lane. Marcusa gets initiated on, uses the heal, uses the exhaust. Honel still doing a bunch of damage, hasn't used the E, but almost dies. Lunar will die to Portal. This trade is going the way of the Kalista Nautilus. Lucian Nami, the lane dominant duo, suddenly take a L. And that's a huge wave going under the tower that Lunar won't be able to get.
Yeah, you used your heal, but if there would have been Ignite, Honels maybe had died earlier. I don't know, it's like hypothetical. I'm thinking right now if there would be the Ignite for Lucian and Margusa running the exhaust. But yeah, good win 2v2 from Honels and Boral in bot lane. Yeah, Boral gets the kill, but who cares? You just won that 2v2 and you are feeling pretty good after that, and you can make those trades again. Nami doesn't have flash anymore, so you can look for that hook and try to just burst this Nami down as fast as possible.
And not only do you get the kill onto Portal, you get the insane XP advantage. Lucian's still level 4 compared to everyone else being level 5. He loses the CS, there was a cannon wave under the tower as he died. It's just a really, really awful situation. And now with Orianna being level 7, they could even look for a 4-man play, or they, okay, no, not even a 4-man play. Orianna is pivoting downwards. Probably just securing the scuttle, but they could.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a Drake. Pumba is coming there, and Honels and Boral has that push in bot lane, and yeah, that's a free Drake for the Visu Ice's side, and it's a good start. It's not the earliest Drake, 7 to 8 minutes, and after that you're opening yourself a Drake soul, and yeah, there's a possibility for Cloud. I hope it's not. You get the Mountain, little bit more durability in your lanes, and after that you're going to look for the Infernal Drake, and yeah, there's Hextech possibility in Virtuoso, maybe in trouble.
Won't be in trouble since Mega is not even closed. It's just gonna be a couple of trades. Doran Shield will offer some region. Not sure if he has second wind or not, but Wukong won't be having too big of an issue. What might turn into an issue is the Herald being started.
Yeah, Slice has been there a long time, and now they're going to secure that Herald finally. There's no contest coming from Visu Ice, so they're just trying to farm up, and Boomba is level 6. We might see a dive in bot lane. He's walking here, and there is a control ward right now in the tree brush, so they see Boomba coming up, and yeah, they are just walking away from this tower. They are not going to, they are not wanting to get dive right now. Okay, Honel's ultimate.
Yeah, Pearl could go for a hook here. Does have his flash, but won't commit anything. Leonard and Marcusa will get zoned out. Pumbaa actually barely avoiding the bubble. Optician was there to follow up in case that landed. They actually save some of the tower HP with that roam by Optician. Has to go back to the mid lane to the Eagle. Pushing is really, really hard. It's gonna... this top lane will turn in about 2 or 3 minutes. Divine Sunder is almost done for Virtuoso. And then Gnar will not be able to take any trades whatsoever.
Yeah, Xanthi opted for early tier 2 boots, so he's not going to get that. Trinity Force or Divine Sunder, I don't know which one he's building, and we're also looking for him in a top river, but yeah, there's a lot of vision from Lotus right now, and I want to see where Slice is looking for with this Herald. Is it the top lane? Is it the mid lane? Or maybe try to save this? Okay, Xanthi, I think this is just tempo ultimate. You're running out of mega, so you just want to ult and chip some damage against Virtuoso.
Yep, no more potions left, I believe, for Virtuoso anyway, so this damage will stick for some time. I think Slice would like to crack this Herald towards the mid lane, but that would require a pivot from the bot laners, but since Lucian is so far behind the Kalista, I'm not sure if they can do it, so they're kind of stuck with this Herald limbo. Now Eagle going in for an all-in, the Optician really low on life here, uses the Chaos Storm, barely dodges the orb, and now that could have been a turnaround. Slice, meanwhile, going to the top lane. Virtuoso managed to cancel the jump, has to flash away from the Gnar. Now Pumbaa is there to defend his top player. Still really low on life for Virtuoso. Now they can try to commit, but now in the mid lane, Loftician barely surviving. What is this cross-map play? Loftician is so low. He had to spend his flash. Eagle still has his. Is he really going to greed this? Yeah, that's super greedy by Loftician. He should have known that the flash is still up. He had no business being there, and now he's gonna lose the wave along with his life.
Yeah, super greedy from Loftician. He thinks he can farm safe that wave with his E, but yeah, Eagle has his flash and he can just do that, and you're dead for nothing in straight up 1 versus 1. And actually in top lane, Xanthi used his ultimate earlier. He didn't have that. He got the mega, but you didn't have the ultimate for there. And Virtuoso just gets away. You didn't get the Herald in top lane, you don't get the plates, you don't get the crack, and Boomba, he was in the right place in the right time. So Visu is winning this trade-off right now in the map, and they are 2000 and Virtuoso may be in trouble again.
Yeah, Virtuoso again gets ganked. No way for him to get out of this one. It will be a Slice taking the kill, not giving it to the top laner. The jungler needs some money as well. The man has to... He can't kill lane creeps. He has to kill some jungle creeps. He needs the money. Lunar getting, again, burst down a little bit. And now the Herald is going down.
Yeah, and this tower is going to die. Virtuoso has his TP, but Eagle and Virtuoso both need to TP if they wanted to save the tower. But yeah, they just wanted to repeat that gank, and now they get it work. And actually in the mid lane, Loftician died again. Boomba was there to gank, and they got the trade kill in mid lane, but yeah, you're losing top lane and losing a lot. They got the second Herald push, and Slice doesn't care. He's going to get this tower when Virtuoso in trouble again, maybe has to use his Cyclone, but yeah, 2 towers coming for Invulnerable Lotus.
That's a pretty big gold swing, almost evening it up. Still almost no plates down for any of the lanes for Visu. Only the bot lane has managed to get most of them due to the huge advantage they've accumulated over these trades that they've been taking, but they do have some of the late game insurance with the dragons. Again, the second dragon coming in.
Hextech Drake and Hextech map. God damn, I love this map. Yeah, you get those Hextech gates coming in, and you can look for the cheeky flanks. You have the Wukong, you have the Gnar, so you can. Those gates are bringing a lot of diversity in these team fights and objective fights that are coming up. But yeah, Virtuoso right now, this lane is over. Yeah, Gnar, it doesn't care anymore. You shut him down. You got the Trinity Force, and you can win those trades out pretty well. Virtuoso actually doesn't have his Divine Sunder yet, so it's going to be a hard one for this Wukong for a long time. And rest of the map is winning, so good look for Visualize in elsewhere. They are winning in farm, they have their mythics ready. Of course, Lotus has their own Ludens Tempest and Gale Force, but Kalista is he's up to farm. Eagle 2, 1, and 2. This Orianna can be a big factor in teamfights with his shockwaves.
And we need to pay attention to how they utilize the shockwaves. They of course have the Volibear ball carrier system. Can ult in, absolutely unstoppable, and just they can get pretty free shockwaves that way. But against the anti-dive that Lotus can put out, they do have quite a few zoning tools, including Nami ult. They have Nami bubble. They have Victor field. They have the pillar. It'll be interesting to see how Visualize decides to set these team fights up. Lönnar taking a lot of damage, but the shockwave misses. Exhaust goes down onto Eagle, but now the rest of the team is there to support him. Lönnar has to burn both of the summoners in this skirmish. Barely avoids losing his life. Virtuoso also teleporting in from the top lane. Now this entire wave top goes to his own minions, but there's still no reward from that fight other than this loss of summoner spells.
Yeah, Lönnar, it was level 12 Orianna versus level 8 Luciana. I was thinking, Lönnar, you gotta be careful in this 1 versus 1, and yeah, they didn't get the kill. Virtuoso actually used his TP too, so they lost some map pressure. Because of that, they don't have Wukong TP, so if there's fight breaking out, Invulnerable Lotus have Xanti's TP, so he can come from the side lane. And yeah, Lönnar right now is not a big factor. Of course, he's Lucian with Gale Force, but he didn't get big lead in his lane, and he's not like running Visualize's team comp down with Nami. But right now, Visualize is pretty okay with the situation. They got 2 Drakes. They are looking for the third one in 2 minutes, and it's Hextech Soul, so it's pretty good. You proc it pretty easily with Honel's Q and Eagle with his ball movement. So yeah, Hextech Soul just brings a lot of things in this game. The slow is super annoying to play against.
For the team fights, now that Lönnar is so weak, we just saw Eagle pretty much almost solo kill him, only barely missing the shockwave in the mid. But the top side of Lotus is just so strong with this Gnar, Trundle, Victor. As long as Visualize can avoid the burst, these fights should be theirs. But now with Invul getting this dragon set up only 1 minute to go, they are putting the wards down. If they can get one of these fanatic death bush type ambushes onto any of the carries, again, Herald going down, they want to crack this mid tower, and they will most likely get it with Eagle being completely on the other side of the map.
It's 5-man Aram gameplay. Yeah, they got the Herald, so they can just push the tier 1 down and get actually the second push too. And now 30 seconds for the Drake. Eagle has his TP, so he can come for his team, and Visualize needs Orianna to be here. He's going to get this top lane tower, so bit of a trade-off in towers, but Lotus is feeling like it. They want to win this fight.
Coral is almost dead. Kalista ult manages to save him, but Pumba will certainly go down in the backlines. But now here comes the shockwave combo. Both Honels and Eagle still alive, but at what cost? A double kill coming over for Honels, but he is very low on life. Virtuoso tries to get a good CC chain going with Eagle, but they just can't find the kills under the tower. It's just too difficult to dive Victor and Mega Gnar. Dragon is up, Slice being pretty low on life. Virtuoso does have the Divine Sunder, it will get stunned up by this field. The pillar pushes him back in. Eagle almost no mana. They might not know about this, but this will be a huge advantage. Almost gets bursted down yet again. Loft Vision so strong with the Ludens Echo Burst. They can get some mana for Eagle with the fruits. He might have one dissonance combo. This is going to be very, very greedy.
Yeah, Hex Gates are in the game, so they get back in the fight. Xanthi and Lofty and Broad are coming up.
Bertoso does have the teleport, no Cyclone this time, no Mega Gnar either. Oh, he steals it! Slice has stolen the dragon! They need to get out fast now because Santi is stacking up the Mega Gnar, goes in, old Sporal backwards, that's gonna be 2 kills over to Lotus. Now Pumba will fall, it will be Nami picking up that one. Eagle still with no mana, has to flash away from Zanti. He will go for the tower dive, will give his life over, but the shutdown certainly worth it for the top laner of Lotus, playing immaculate during that fight, and suddenly the game swings like a wrecking ball. With a pause.
With a pause. Yeah, we got the pause moment, but I feel like sometimes you got your Rend, Kalista Rend, and you have your Smite, and there was either no communication when the Rend is coming up, because Slice just steals that Drake away, and it's a big win for... Of course, the team fight goes Lotus' side, but they get the Drake too. If Ice would have gotten the Drake, they would be in on Soul Point, and next Drake would be pretty decisive Drake. But right now, they get 5 minutes more scaling time, and Visu Ice lost that fight. It was greedy, but you got the Rend, you got the Smite, so it should be kind of free Drake overall, even if you lose the fight.
I think the key thing there was Honnold staying with under half of the life, trying to secure the dragon with a Rend. Just doing that after dragon fight with Kalista already down half the HP with such a bursty composition against you is so greedy, and they get punished. Like, they just lost the entire advantage they've accumulated this entire game. And even if they manage to even up the turrets now, they still won't be ahead.
Yeah, and tower situation is 4 against 2, and actually Lofty and Poral meeting each other, and Poral maybe in bit of a problematic situation. He has to use his flash, gets away, but yeah, that's Nautilus without the flash, but
you may
kind of greedy.
You may even call that he was in a bit of a pickle there.
Yeah, just in a bit of a... would say... I know Brits or English people say gherkins. It's a pickle. I don't think that's a gherking situation, but actually one time I was thinking, I was watching some video and they're talking about gherkins. I was like, what the hell are they talking about? What's gherkin? So I had to Google it. I was like, it's a freaking pickle.
It is. But now Loftician getting stronger and stronger. Victor obviously scaling really well with time, getting the extra abilities. Well, not extra abilities, but extra portions of his kit added to it. Does he have all of the upgrades yet? He does. He does. Okay. Everything is already augmented with all the assists that he's gotten. And now, once he finished the second item, he can probably, I wouldn't say one-shot, but at least two-shot the squishies on the enemy team. Victor is one of the strongest burst mages, but Rabadon's already finished onto Eagle. The mid-AD duo still far ahead, but the top lane, Zanti, just so strong on this Gnar pick, surviving the counter pick matchup, and it's just been a pleasure to watch. Now they just need to somehow crack Ice. This defensive setup that they are putting on the map, it's kind of a 1-2-1-ish type of thing where two people are roaming constantly. They can constantly push the waves out, and in case someone gets caught, they have a fairly fast rotation. It'll just be interesting to see how Lotus approaches this.
Right now when there's... Oh, okay, Xanthi actually jumping. Too virtuoso, but didn't want to take that bit of a trade there. But yeah, right now, bit of a lull state, only because there is Baron, but both teams just don't want to go there. They are playing around Vision, and now when there's 1 minute, the next Dragon... there's... last time, Lotus were much more earlier here. Right now, they are just getting there. Loftisian coming out of base. He doesn't have his second item, so that's a bit of a problem, I think, for Loftisian. When Eagle has this glass cannon build, he has to hit that shockwave. It's going to be a 5k shockwave if you want to win that team fight pretty easily. And when you get that Rabadon, and there's actually TP coming up.
Slice will get CC'd up here if they so wish. Virtuoso is trying to look for a bigger Cyclone. We'll save it up for now. That is the TP spent with 15 seconds for the Dragon spawning, but here comes the Meganar already down to half HP in Xanthi. But there's the Shockwave! Not too much damage. The Leandris will tick some more. Xanthi really low. That's their main engage. Pretty much unoperational. They're gonna pivot it to mid. Probably take down the middle tower, or they just... No, you can't go for Baron. What are you doing? There's no way you can do Baron here.
And let's see if Visualize is taking the bait. They should know there's no Baron take right now. It's kind of fast, and Visualize is like they don't have vision. No, okay, right now they have Anbumba. He has the Stormbringer, so he can jump away if needed.
Yeah, there he goes. Slice will flash forwards. There's the jungler down. It's gonna be an engagement still. Virtuoso and almost no mana against the double Cyclone. Meganar coming back up, and there goes. Oh no! It's Hunnels who gets caught out by the Gnar. And now it is a Baron angle.
They took bait like 50-50 bait there. They didn't like just run there, and we're thinking Invulnerable Lotus is just taking the bait. Okay, there's Eagle tipping. He has the shockwave, but there's 5 guys, and I don't know if Lotus knows about Eagle yet.
Virtuoso is almost there. He's gonna go for the shockwave. Only gets 2. Gets exhausted up as well, and that's the middle here down. Visu is kind of looking a little bit desperate. Virtuoso going back in.
I think got your losses here. Visualize, you used your mid laner's TP, his flash. Yeah, Shockwave doesn't have that long cooldown, but just got your losses. You took the bait, and Virtuoso in trouble. He's super greedy right now again. You don't have to be there. Oh, I understand that you're trying to steal the blue, but Loftisian gets free kill there, and blue buff backhand. You got the Drake. You are on a soul point, and yeah, Invulnerable Lotus makes a good call to just wait if Visualize goes there, and yeah, Bumba goes too deep, and he used his ultimate too long, and Hollels didn't. I think he didn't see Xanthi's Mega Bar, but Xanthi used his flash, so it's kind of hard to predict for the Kalista and try to get away from the Meganar, but yeah, too greedy from Visualize. They got the Drake, you just have to cut your losses and not try to make desperate plays.
The desperate plays might have already happened, and there is still the possibility of the Infernal Soul going... Oh wait, Infernal Soul?
Yeah, it's Hextech. They haven't...
Hang on a second, that's a bug. Yeah, the Hextech Soul going over, but they have to first make it over to the Dragon, and with this Baron buff team pushing right along the bottom lane, it's going to be really, really difficult, but one Shockwave combo may change it all.
Yeah, Lotus is so short range. They really can't go under the tower. They don't have to dive without Xanthi's Meganar, and Xanthi is right now in the mid lane and try to play around other lanes. There's a big wave coming in top lane, and if Virtuoso can cut that wave in half even, they might survive, because right now Lotus is going for the 1v1.
Not a Loftisian both have to escape out. Loftisian burning his flash there, but now Xanthi, this top planer of a man, that is a compliment now, is doing his thing, split pushing against the Wukong on the Gnar. They are trying to do something. The Gnar gets burnt, but meanwhile, mid lane, tower goes down. This 1-3-1 so hard to deal with when your solo laners are behind now. They may just back off with getting the middle inhibitor tower. They don't want to overextend now that they have the lead. It's been extended over to about 6k. Just a huge advantage, most of it in the top lane. 3k ahead of Bertozo now. That's a bit over a full item.
Yeah, and right now they make the call, Baron is out, and they didn't crack the inhib, so it's kind of cool for Visu because now they don't have to leave someone behind and just stay there. Of course, there's 2 TPs, but they want to play for this soul, and if they get this soul, yeah, they might win the next fights, but if they lose this fight, it's going to be an end, and Poro may be in trouble.
They have to give over the dragon control. Mega Gnar does get popped. If Xanthi can't find anyone, the Eagle gets thrown down to the wall. No shockwave for this fight. No Portal for this fight. No Visu Ice left alive as they get caught out once again. Double kill going over to Loptician. And surely that is the end of the game with 30-second death timers on both of the carries. It looks like after a good early game, Visu Ice lose the lead and lose the game. Bertozo and Pumba trying to do their best, but both the inhibitors go down. Minions are marching down. There's the Hail Mary coming in. Pumba and Bertozo doing their best, but it's just not going to be enough as they fall one by one, along with the towers and the 5th member of the team being the Nexus. That is a clean ace and almost a clean win for Lotus.
Yeah, good comeback from the good early game coming from Visu Ice, and they made the comeback. They made a couple of mistakes.
Oh no, the bug is still here. Akinda's talking still. Oh no! So,
there's a lot of heartbreaking things for
bug.
Visu, which was a steal coming from Slice. Bug again. You can, yeah, this Discord, you can try to fix it. It's you just have to leave from the call or Discord is going to reset. But yeah, Invulnerable Lotus, they made a bit of a comeback coming out of that early game, which went pretty well for Visu Ice, and yeah, couple of heartbreaking things for Visu Ice. That Dragon Steel was kind of bad. They lost the fight after that, and then they walked straight to and after the 4th Drake, they just took the Baron bait, which was, like you said, Lotus shouldn't be doing Baron, and you got the vision and you still kind of walk there with too close against Lotus's members, and after that it was very Baron game, just landslided after that.
Okay, we will have just a couple of minutes of break time before we looks like we're on high tempo today, and we will just straight be going to game 2. We'll just take a couple of minutes break. People go to the toilet, grab some drinks, and I get to put some stuff on the OBS. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We will be here with game 2 of Ice versus Lotus. Be right back.